This meeting is being live streamed. I think we are live. Uh, I'm just going to double check.
I think not. Um,
Yeah, we are live.
we are live.
Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to give a couple of minutes before we start the live session for more people to join. But in the meantime, my name is Morne, and as always, I'm joined by my great friend Carol. How are you doing, Carol?
I'm doing great, Morne. Thank you so much for asking. Super happy to be here. We joined a bit early just to make sure that everything is smooth. I hope that everyone is doing okay. It's a bit chilly here. I'm not sure why I'm dressed like if it is summer though, but it is pretty chilly and raining and stuff. So let us know where you guys are joining from in the comment section. We're more than happy to read you guys. And yeah, we're just going to give it a couple of minutes so that everyone can join. As I said previously, we joined a couple of minutes before, so we can wait for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We are going to start at 1 p.m. EST sharp. We are just double checking to see if we are live on every channel. We are currently streaming via Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Yes.
Okay, so we are currently live on YouTube. We are live on LinkedIn as well. What about Facebook? Yeah,
I believe we are as well.
yeah, we are also live on Facebook. Speaking about the weather, Carol, here in South Africa, it's extremely cold. We are transitioning away from the winter now, but it's 17 degrees at the moment, but it's like windy, and that's the issue. Once it's windy, it gets extremely cold, especially in these degrees. 17, I'm not a big fan. And then midnight, it gets to -1, -2. So that's horrible, to be honest.
Oh God. Yeah, we're completely different here, but it is pretty chilly though. It's raining every single day. I live in Mexico City and it's been chilly. I feel like it's not even summer. But I mean, Morne, who am I to complain? You guys are in another complete season. And I understand, even though I am a big fan of winter, I don't like heat that much. I am a big believer that you can always get cozy and warm with like a really good jacket, a sweater and whatnot. But when it's hot, like there's no way to, well, I mean, unless you have like air conditioning, but I feel like apart from that, there's no way to have a good time in heat. But that's just my opinion. I'm not sure, Morne, maybe you are more of a summer vibes type of man. Oh, Morne, I think your mic got disconnected. Or maybe you just started ignoring us because we don't like the heat. No, I'm just kidding. Nope, not yet.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, these technical difficulties. Yeah, I just quickly wanted to say, I'm a confusing guy. When it's winter, I miss the summer, and when it's summer, I miss the winter. So yeah, I don't know what's up, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, exactly. I mean, aren't we all? Sometimes it's like, I hate hot weather, and then it's like, I love cold weather, and then it's just one is never happy. Like No, I'm just kidding. You guys, this is why we have to join a couple of minutes before because we can have technical difficulties. It happens. Our mics can do us dirty. Our cameras can do us dirty as well. But we are good to go, Morne. And yeah, you guys, write in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. Maybe it's nighttime for you guys. Maybe it's the evening. Like for Morne, I believe for you, it's already 7 p.m., Morne. For me, it's 11 a.m. I was telling Morne how my morning went by in the blink of an eye. I can't believe it's already 11. And I also can't believe that it's already Thursday. I feel like yesterday was Monday. I don't know. But yeah, Morne, all eyes on you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Before we get started, we have a comment in YouTube coming from Jamie Lee Steerman. So Jamie Lee is saying, "Hi, Jamie Lee, joining from South Africa. I agree, it is very cold here." Yeah, Jamie Lee, absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, with that said, guys, welcome to today's Dark Life Live session. As always, I'm joined by my friend Carol. And today we are going to explore our website. So it's going to be an extremely fun live session. We are going to explore our resources, our blogs. Carol is going to talk a bit more about our career opportunities. And of course, we are also going to answer your questions regarding job talk and so on and so forth. So we are super excited to see which sort of questions you guys have for us today because this live session is going to be awesome. Carol, what do you say?
Yeah, guys, remember that we're here to help you, so don't be afraid to reach out and send your question. I mean, if you guys join the live session a little bit afterwards, I mean, I know that you guys aren't seeing this before this yet, but you can always message us through Instagram or also Facebook and whichever social media channel that we have, you can also send us an email. For example, if you see this live session and you have another question after hearing a certain thing, and you think about it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, you can always send us a quick message and we'll be more than happy to help. So, yeah, Morne, thank you so much for this introduction. We are super excited to talk with you guys about any question, concern that you guys may have. Also, I know that, well, we know that this is a remote position, so sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. You have to read a couple of steps to know sort of what you have to do. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I mean, it's honestly very clear. Will help you with a helping hand always. We have an amazing team with HR interviewers that will help you out. So no worries on that. And you guys are safe. And yeah, Morne. So do you want to talk a little bit more? You guys, we're going to talk about resources, blogs, just like so that you guys can get a little bit more familiar with our website. Because I know that sometimes you can go in and see like the application process, testimonials, career opportunities, and be like, what is this? I know that Morne and I go in that website basically every single day. So it's a little bit more familiar for us, but for you guys, it's not. So that's why we want to talk a little bit more about how you can guide your way through our website.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Carol. Yeah, before we get going, we have a comment from Andres Alice on Facebook, and he's saying, "Woo, Carol is the bomb." That's absolute facts. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mr. Andres. Okay, guys. So basically, let's start today with our resources. So as you can see here, you basically entered www.jobdoc.com, and the tab bar will have several options such as what's JobDoc, our application process, testimonials, and so on. So let's take a closer look at our resources. And the reason we would like to explain the resources today is because a lot of people find valuable tips and advice from these specific resources. For instance, if you want, let's say, for instance, you want to know how to create a marketing portfolio, you are more than welcome to download this resource to do so and to learn more about the marketing portfolio. So, for instance, if you'd like to download the resource, it is absolutely free, so all you need to do is you enter your first name, you enter your last name, and you enter your email address. So by downloading our free resources, you opt in to receive our bi-weekly newsletters. So these newsletters also contain amazing details regarding JobDoc, our latest career opportunities. So if you are part of the JobDoc newsletter community, you will receive the latest career opportunities specifically on Tuesdays as well as Thursdays. So keep an eye on that as well. And then obviously, guys, we are not meant to spam you. So of course, if you'd like to unsubscribe from these newsletters, you can do so. There is an unsubscription button at the bottom of the newsletter as well. But yeah, it's super insightful, super valuable. So please be sure to check it out. So for this specific day, I would like to dive deeper into the ultimate guide to working from home. So if you're like me, before I started working with JobDoc, I actually never, let me just enter my email address quickly. .com. So it's your name, last name, and your email address. So basically, before I started working with JobDoc, I used to work in the office. And to be honest, I was looking for a remote career because I was staying in Johannesburg in South Africa, and the traffic was absolutely hectic at the time. And I had to stand up super early just to get to work. Like the commuting part was horrendous for me. And besides that, fuel, hashtag gas is super expensive here in South Africa. So it really took some money out of my pocket just to get to work. And then obviously, once I got to work and lunchtime came up, I couldn't drive home. So I had to eat out. So it was just a lot of money, a lot of time that I basically wasted. And I really wanted to explore the opportunity of working remotely, working from home. And to be honest with you guys, it's the absolute best decision I have ever made in my life. But speaking about that, so I was an office worker and I wasn't really sure, how my setup should be when it comes to working from home. And yeah, obviously one can think that, okay, I just need a laptop, I need a quiet space, and I need a chair, and of course I need internet. But there are some other things that can actually help you as well. For instance, natural lighting is important. So a well-illuminated office avoids problems like headaches and eye strain. Trust me, guys, as a South African, I tend to work, kind of night shift in some sense. And I have worked with lights off and stuff in the past, and you get a massive headache. So it's best to really avoid that. Always have a light on, and if you are working during the day, open your windows, open your curtains, let the sun come in and enjoy every single second because it is worth it. As I mentioned earlier, a quiet space is also super important because you need to concentrate. And obviously, if you are living with your family members and the TV is on and the TV is quite loud and they are watching something on Netflix, something you would also like to watch, and the bloopers is getting or they are basically spoiling everything for you because you are hearing what's going on in that specific series, that can also be super, super distracting. So it's super important that the people who live with you respect your working hours, and you need to work in a quiet environment because your concentration level is also going to be so much better. When I used to work in the office, it was absolutely chaos. My colleagues were always, super loud when we communicated and stuff, and that always distracted me. And I just felt like I couldn't really focus on what needed to be done. So since I'm working from home, the quietness is absolutely amazing, and I get the opportunity to do my work. So that's also something I find super valuable. And then it also comes down to high-speed internet. Of course, so we are working from home, we are working with documents, we have meetings, all of these things. You need to download documents, you need to work on documents. So you need to have high-speed internet. That's also really important. And then a economic chair, that's also important. I mean, if your chair is sloppy and wiggly, it is going to hurt your back, so you need to have like a stable chair. It's just going to help you for the long term as well. So moving on, we also have a comment from Paul. Paul who tuned in on YouTube, and Paul is saying, joining from Carletonville, South Africa. Hello, Paul. Thank you so much for being here today. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed the live session. And guys, if you have any questions regarding JobDoc, please do not hesitate to ask them. We are here to assist you. Carol and I enjoy these live sessions so much because We want to help you guys. We want to give you guys clarity. So please be sure to ask your questions. Okay, and then obviously to stay competitive in today's remote job market, you will also need to update your workspace at home once you have acquired the basics. So what are some of the new technology trends that you need to follow this year? So let's take a closer look at those. Okay, so obviously you are also probably thinking to yourself that a software I probably need or need to understand is Zoom. So yeah, Zoom is definitely one of the communication channels, but there could also be some others depending on the client you work with. But we all know Zoom, we understand Zoom, and all of the software that's similar to Zoom are similar. So that's basically it, you know. So we have Zoom. Google Docs is also quite important, you know, if you know how Google Docs work, because with Google Docs, you store your documents, you work on your documents, your spreadsheets, and all of those things. So that's also quite important. Furthermore, Canva, you know, this definitely depends on, for instance, if you are a graphic designer, you know, Canva could be a good tool. Maybe you just as a remote worker could also use Canva for certain things, which could be super helpful. So that's also something you can check out. But then we also have some other things here, guys. Some suggestions, Wix, ADI. We have that here. We have Grammarly. This is also super useful. You guys are also probably familiar with Grammarly. You know, it helps you with your spelling errors, grammar errors, and all of that, which is also super useful because when you work remotely, communication is highly important because obviously you are not sitting next to your colleague, you know, so communication is super, super important, and Grammarly can definitely assist with that, especially if you send emails to clients and so forth, you know. Then we also have fireflies here, and so on, guys. So this is basically just one of the resources we have, and it is for free. As I mentioned earlier, you can download this resource. That is basically the end of it. Then you can also contact us. As you can see, this is our website, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, email, and so on. So yeah, guys, this is basically one of our resources. You are more than welcome to download them. As I mentioned earlier, they are free. The only thing is you opt in for our newsletters, which are also super, super valuable to have. And you can unsubscribe at any time. Furthermore, guys, once a quarter we host webinars. That is exclusively on Zoom. So we tend to promote the webinars and then you have the opportunity to register. And once you registered, you will join us live. Caro and I also host the webinars with special guests in specific fields. So basically, during the webinars, when you are live with us, that following day, we send you a cheat sheet. We send you the presentation of the actual webinar, as well as the recording of the webinar. So it's always super valuable to join these webinars live. But of course, if you don't have the time or if you're unable to join a webinar at that specific time, you can always come to this section. More or less same as the resources. You click on the play button, you enter your name, last name, email address, and then you click watch now. We have super, super insightful webinars, guys. I myself, as I have been sitting in webinars in the past, I have listened to the guests and the topics and the things they talked about is just so interesting, and it's really something you want to you know, just listen to and up your skills in certain aspects. So the webinars are absolutely amazing. For instance, we have the secret to mastering English faster, the winning formula for getting hired at JobDoc, 5 things employers secretly look for in remote hires, effective interview strategies, you know, step by step on how to apply, all of these things, top things to know before working at a law firm. We tend to get questions on what is it really like to work with one of our clients, law firms based in the US. And this specific webinar sums it up so good. It's really a good webinar to watch. All of them are. So guys, whenever you have the opportunity, just give a look at them and see for yourself. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so just back to the questions again. Paul, thank you so much. It's Paul from YouTube, and he's asking, what is the speed of Wi-Fi required as you indicated? Paul, thank you so much for your question. So the required internet speed is at least 30 megabits per second. And as I mentioned earlier, high internet speed is super important because we are working with documents, we have meetings. For instance, me and Carol now, we are hosting a live session, so we should have high internet speed. And it all depends on your tasks, once you start working with us. But yeah, high internet speed is important and at least 30 megabits per second. So yeah, Paul, thank you so much for your question and please keep them coming. And then, guys, moving on to our blog section, we also have a lot of blogs regarding job doc, remote work tips, um, our lifestyle, work-life balance, and so on. For instance, our latest blog is about 5 signs that show that you will succeed as a remote professional. We have a 7-day joy challenge. So, for instance, if your plate is quite full at the moment, you're feeling down, try our joy challenge. Maybe it will help you. Maybe it will boost your spirits. So we also have it's time to replace uncertainty with stability, how to know if it's the real deal, spotting remote work scams, because we know scams are out there and yeah, it's not nice. Scams are not nice. So if you would like to spot them, you can enter this blog, you can read about it, and this blog will clarify how to spot remote work scams. Recently, JobDoc turned 7, so we also had a celebration blog as well, and so on and so forth. We were also certified as a great place to work for a fourth consecutive year. This was also another celebration and something we are extremely proud of. So yeah, you can always check out our blogs. And then moving on to our testimonials, we have certain blog topics such as lifestyle, remote work tips and whatnot. And then we also have weekly tea blogs. So as you can see, Carol is our weekly tea host, where she interviews our team members and they talk about their honest experience working with JobDoc and what it's like, more about their positions and whatnot. So you can always check out these blogs as well. And once you enter these blogs, you can scroll to the bottom and you can apply here for our career opportunities and whatnot. I would just like to show you guys something else as well. We have Blazing from South Africa. This was also a super insightful weekly tea. So yeah, you can scroll down to the bottom, and then if you'd like to watch the weekly tea, you can click here and it will display. Or you can enter our YouTube channel and the weekly tea will be there as well. It's super insightful. You learn more about what it's like working with JobDoc in that aspect as well, coming directly from the people who work with us. So yeah, the testimonial section is also super insightful. For instance, we have Tandeka from South Africa who now has more time to spend with her daughter. She can attend her plays and activities, and she also have time for herself as well. So Tandeka is from South Africa, so her shift starts a bit later. So she normally has the mornings to herself. We also have Leslie from Honduras who says it is a great experience and everyone in the office has been really nice to me. So it's always nice to read these things, coming from real people who work with us. So we are super proud of our testimonial section and it means a lot to us knowing that the people who work with us enjoy working with JobDoc because that's what we set out to do. We want people to have an amazing career when they start working with JobDoc. So lastly, on my end, what I would like to show you guys, we do not only host live sessions, we also have open sessions and a lot of career opportunities. Okay, so for our open sessions, if you would like to join them, it's also a Q&A where you can join the open sessions and ask your questions regarding JobDoc and so forth. We host them on Mondays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. So all you do is you simply click here to say join here, and I believe it's going to show that it's not live at this moment. So that means basically once our live session is done, the open session will start. So you will see something like a button that says join here, so you can simply click on that. And we also give you guys the time zones depending on where you stay. These sessions are also super insightful. Our team speaks directly with you. If you have any questions, you can also type them, and they are here to assist you. So at the end of the day, the more you learn about JobDoc, the better. So I know before I applied, I always joined the live sessions. I always asked questions because it helps you at the end of the day, you know. So if you are uncertain about certain things, just reach out to us. We are here to assist you. And I mean, we have the open sessions, live sessions, webinars. You can email us. We have social media. Our social media coordinator is an amazing guy. He's always there answering the questions as well. So please feel free to always ask your questions whenever you have them. So yeah, guys, that's basically it from me. Carol, what do you have in store for us?
Thank you, Morne. You leave me without words, to be honest. With after that, what can I say, you guys? Like, I am intimidated by you at this moment. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, you did do a great job explaining to everyone a little bit more about our resources. You guys make sure to subscribe to our newsletter because that way you guys can be the first ones to find out about new job openings or maybe about a new resource or upcoming webinars and whatnot. That's always super fun to have around. Honestly, Morne and I have a really good time hosting these live sessions and also webinars with invites. That's always a refreshing point of view. And yeah, so you guys, without any further ado, let me just share my screen so that you guys can see. Okay, let's see, let's see. Can you guys see my screen? It's the question that I ask the most in this world. Before we move on, you guys, I am going to go ahead and answer a couple of questions that some of you have been writing in. Okay, so Paul from YouTube asks, when making an application, how long does the process take before you know if you are successful or not? So, Paul, the application process, it varies case to case, but in general, you will take between 2 weeks to 4 weeks to find out what the complete result of your application process was. Okay? So I hope that clears up your question a little bit, and then we can go on with a question from Facebook, which is from Fadzie. And it says, wait, hold on. It's a question that is from Johan, Johan or Joanne. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. And it's from Facebook and it says, "Hello, hello. Great joining you during my lunch break. I just want to say to you all watching, working with JobDuck is the best and changed my life in many ways. My family loves it too. Hooray, let's do a virtual wave." Okay, yes. So we have Johan or Jo. I'm not even sure if I am so sorry, Johan or Joanne, if I am pronouncing this wrong. Honestly, it's on me. Um, wait, no, it's Hayla. Yes, Hayla Smith. I had Hayla on a weekly tea, you guys. You guys should go ahead and tune into that weekly tea. It's always nice seeing a familiar face. Yes, I had her on a weekly tea. I think it was posted not so long ago. You guys, yes. So Hayla is giving us a quick shout out and letting you guys know that it's really life-changing to work at JobDuck. So that's really nice to know. Thank you so much for reaching out, Hayla. I hope you enjoy the rest of your lunch break. Okay, so now we have one from LinkedIn, and it's from Pretty. That's such a cute name. Imagine saying, "Hi, I'm Pretty," and people being like, "Yeah, but what's your name?" Pretty. That's super cool. So, I have applied more than twice with no feedback. I am from South Africa. Well, we recommend you pretty, first of all, to reach out to our team through our email, which is help@jobdoc.com. I'm going to repeat that again. It's the name help@jobdoc.com. And you can always check your application status on our website through your Workday profile. So make sure to check that out. And if not, if you still have questions, you can always reach out to us through email and get an answer on why this is happening. Okay, so I believe those are the questions that we have at the moment. And right now I will be well, I am sharing my screen, right, Morne? Please let me know if you can see everything correctly because I can see myself, but I'm not sure if you guys can see everything that is meant to be seen on my screen. Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
we can
amazing.
tell. All
Amazing,
good.
amazing. Thank you. So right now we are on our beautiful webpage. Honestly, I feel so proud of our webpage every time we go in because it does involve a lot of work from team members and whatnot. We have shout out to Tere G. She is on top of every single thing that needs to be done on our website, and she is the best, honestly. So, okay, right now you guys are situated in our website. For example, if you guys were looking into applying, let's go ahead and see which career opportunities we have right now because there are a couple of new ones, you guys. This is the first, well, we haven't said this in a while, but there are new ones. So remember to fill in your location. For example, I am from Mexico, so I'm going to go ahead and filter in the ones that are available in Mexico. But as you guys can see, if you are from Argentina, you guys can go ahead and filter that in. Brazil, Chile, Colombia, El Salvador, Honduras, Mexico, which is what we're going to see right now, Peru, Philippines, and South Africa. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is available for us here in Mexico. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna shut down Maria for a second because we don't have any question right now for our recruiting assistant. And let's see. So right now we have available legal intake and CRM coordinator that was posted today. And then we have executive email manager, bilingual legal intake representative, administrative and legal executive assistant, project management officer. We have executive assistant for medical records management. So if you like to, if you have any experience or if you studied law, for example, something regarding medical, that would be just for you. And then we have legal healthcare intake coordinator, another job position that is sort of in the same field, client intake and communications coordinator, that is client, hold on, what was I going to say? Just don't. I have my words mixed up today. Calendar and office support assistant. So if you are very well organized, detail oriented, that would be just for you as well. Intake and prospective, client specialist, administrative and HR support specialist, client case coordinator, client management assistant, marketing and administrative coordinator, legal and administrative assistant, administrative and operations assistant. Oh God, I am just going on a rant here. Executive support coordinator, marketing analyst, and legal assistant. Okay, so you guys, if any of those resonated with you, go ahead and click apply, check what you need, and you will be good to go. Your dream job can be just one step away. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to check which other positions we have available in another country because I will not only the only thing, you guys, if you are from a specific country, let's say you're from Argentina and you want to apply for legal assistant. This is just an example, you guys. Um, and you see that the job position that you want to apply is not available in your country, but it's available in, let's say, Chile, make sure to wait for it to be available again in your country if that's the case. Because if you apply for another country that's not the country that you're residing in, it won't it won't work out like that way. So make sure to check that you guys are applying to your specific country. Even if the job position that you want is in another country, doesn't mean that it's the same thing. I hope that was a little bit clear. Okay, so I right now I'm seeing the ones that we have available in Argentina, and I believe they are somewhat the same. Yes, they are, because also in Mexico we had 16 available job positions. So you guys, those are 16 opportunities for you to check out which one best fits you. And then here we have South Africa. I believe that we did not have sales and intake coordinator for Mexico or billing. Yeah, we did not. So personal injury records, we also did not have that one. Let's see what the personal injury records and billing executive requires, you guys. So here we can see a little bit more about what the job description, which is we're looking for a sharp, dependable candidate to join us as a personal injury records and billing executive assistant. In this role, you'll coordinate with medical providers and clients, request and track key documents, and streamline internal processes that support client care. If you excel at organization, clear communication, and process-driven work, we'd love to hear from you. You guys, the monthly compensation for this is $1,060 or $1,150. So, I mean, if you feel like this will adapt to your skills and your experience or studies, please look into this. So here it says the time zone that you will be working for, Central Standard Time. So that's 8:30 to a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Mm, so here, you guys, this position is home-based, allowing you to work from the comfort of your own home. So take the first step and apply now. Our application process involves multiple stages, and submitting your application is just the beginning. Even every candidate needs to successfully pass each stage to become part of our team. Please keep an eye on your email, WhatsApp for the next steps, and we'll assign you someone to guide you through the application process. And be sure to check your spam folder as well. You guys, this is super important. So sometimes we will contact you through WhatsApp, but it's an official number. So no worries on that. We will never ask you for money, for like some sort of deposit. So please keep an eye on that. That will never happen. You do not have to pay anything to apply to JobDuck or to get a job at JobDuck. So please keep an eye on that, and also check out your spam folder, because sometimes, for example, my personal email is from Gmail, and I know that sometimes a couple of mails have gotten caught in the spam folder, or like the social folder. Like there's like so many different folders apart from the general one that it can always get mixed up there. So make sure to check your email accordingly, and also your WhatsApp. Okay, so here, you guys, it's very specific. The benefits that you will receive: competitive salary, paid time off, and holiday pay where applicable, annual bonuses, referral bonuses, 100% home-based position, parental leave, professional development and training, dedicated team support, alignment with our clients' core values. You guys, honestly, at JobDuck, I feel like it's a requirement, to be honest, but once you go in, you see that everyone is super helpful, super nice. Everyone is willing to give you a helping hand. And if someone from our team doesn't know the answer, or let's say it's not their area of expertise, they will always give you like someone that is, and that person that they contact you with will be so heartwarming and be like giving you a helping hand. To be honest, sometimes I think back to when it was going to be my first day working here at JobDuck. It was a while ago, over a year, more than a year ago. And I was so nervous because I was like, what am I gonna do? What do I have to do? Like, um, who am I gonna, who's my team going to be? And I remember that from the very beginning, let's say 8:30 EDT in this case, I logged in, and it was like everyone from the team sent me a quick message saying like, "Hi, Caro, welcome to the team. Like, my name is Morne, let's say," but Morne didn't send me a message. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Morne. Like, we'll be working together in this and this, and we're so happy to have you on the team. And reach out if you need anything. And some of my team members, they even gave me like a quick video call just to like introduce themselves and be like, "Hi, I'm from Mexico," or "I'm from Colombia," whatnot. And that was super heartwarming. So you guys, if you guys are like nervous because you feel that working from home is going to be a little bit, I don't know, how can I say, like, there's a specific word, but I don't recall what it was. Isolating. I mean, it can be, to be honest, but not here. Like, I know that I've worked from home for other jobs, and I know it is isolating because I only saw a face probably like once a month or so. But here in JobDuck, honestly, it feels like you have friends. I know they're virtual friends, but I know the day of tomorrow, if I need anything or if I need a helping hand, I can reach out to my virtual friends. So yeah. And that was really nice remembering those days, those first days. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but honestly, I couldn't have done it without my helping team, and they're so nice. And honestly, every time someone new gets into our team, I always try and give them a helping hand as well, because I know that when someone gave me a helping hand, when it was my very first day, it was really helpful and it was really eye-opening and enlightening. So, yeah. Okay, so now that I'm done with my cheesy speech about how teamwork makes the dream work, I'm going to go ahead and continue seeing the positions available for South Africa. So if you're tuning in from South Africa, remember that that these are the positions available for you. For example, here the legal assistant one specifically says South Africa. So yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go back to our amazing job site. Okay, you guys. So here, there's like really no way to miss where you can find our career opportunities because as you can see, we have it here, we have it also here, and then you can also click on apply now. So you guys, it's almost impossible to not see where you can apply. Okay, you guys, I thought Morne was going to say this because honestly, I'm so excited about it, but I think that he's not. No, I'm just kidding. Morne, I am going to roast you this whole life. No, there is a savings calculator here on our website. Um, Maybe we can try it out. Okay, so the savings calculator basically it lets you know how much you would save if you were working from home. And I had no clue. To be honest, I had an office job for a short amount of time here in Mexico City. I'm a mom of a 1-year-old. He is hectic, so working from home has been the best thing ever. People always ask me, would you go back to an office job? And I always say, no way, Jose. Like, as a mother, I sign off, I finish my work shift, or I have my lunch break or my 15-minute breaks and like my eyes are 100% on him and I could not thank that enough. Like I know that for example in my case my mother was a working mom in an office job and I remember that I would get to see her a very short amount of time because she would get back from home pretty late and I would just be like about to go to bed and whatnot and like sleepy. So for example in my case knowing that I can sign off my computer and be 100% with my son, 100% with my family and also at my house, like doing house chores and whatnot, because that can always happen. And I don't have to leave them for the weekend and then just like start my Monday super tired because I wasn't able to do anything during the week. It's such a relief for me. Okay, so you guys, let's see. This is our savings calculator, and I'm going, for example, how many days a week do you commute to work? For example, in my case, it was 5 because it was Monday to Friday, but I know sometimes it's even Monday to Saturday. And I used to use a car to get to work at least. It was about like 20 kilometers, I believe. Did you pay? In my case, I did not. How often do you buy work clothes? Oof. I am so bad at saving up clothes. Honestly, I buy so much clothes, but before I used to buy more because right now I'm just like I know I can just be like with a pair of jeans and a good t-shirt. I mean, so I don't buy much clothes anymore. I would probably buy monthly. Oof, I would probably spend about like $100, 130, let's say. Yes. Oh, guys, this is something that's super important. So, how much did I spend typically on meals per day at work? So I would be, it would be probably like 1 p.m., like that midday hour that you already had your breakfast, you already had your lunch, but you haven't had your dinner because you're going to have dinner when you get back to your house. And I would get coffee, snacks. I would just be buying food all day. And it was like, I would buy so much food that I had no clue how much money I was spending on food until I stopped spending money on like takeout. Because I still spend money on food, obviously. Like I know that if you work from home, you still have to get your groceries and whatnot. But it's not the same because you're at your house, you can just go downstairs, get a quick bowl of yogurt, fruit, strawberries, whatnot. But when you're out, you guys understand how much coffee can be these days. Like, what is wrong? Like, how are you selling me a $10, I don't know, herbal tea? I think that's crazy. It's just water and tea. But I mean, that's just an example. Don't even get me started on those things. But I would probably spend, let's say, um, per day. Okay, yeah, I wanted to know per day I would probably spend like $10. No, you guys, I'm thinking Mexican pesos. But no, yeah, I think I would spend like $10, which is a lot. That's $50 a week. I was not a mother yet, so I did not spend on daycare. Okay. Really quick, you guys. I agree. Let's see how much I saved. Well, I save right now. So, total monthly savings right now at the moment, I save $495, which is a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Like imagine yearly how much you would save. Like that's times 12. Oh, you guys can go ahead and check this out for yourself. Honestly, it's like just an estimated amount of, t of how much you can go in, how much can go into your savings rather than your spending. So go ahead and check that out. Here we have our quarterly newsletter, which is super cool. Our latest vlog. Look at the little cat. You can, if you have a cat, you can have your little cat there, like working besides you. Pets will develop anxiety, separation of anxiety, no, anxiety separation. So look out for that. I'm just kidding. Since you're home all day, your pets will be like always with you. So if you leave, they're probably going to be like, why are you leaving? You belong here at your home. Okay, you guys. So I know that a couple of questions ago, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a sec. Okay, so I know that a couple of questions ago, you guys asked about which tips do we recommend to when you apply to JobDuck? I know that this sounds corny, but we always say be yourself. I know that it's an interview and it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. It's in another language, for example. In a lot of our cases, it's in English for everyone, but in a lot of cases, well, it's our second language, so it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. But we do have a very capable team that will be very helpful and give you a helping hand. So no need to be nervous for the interview. Remember that you guys, we want you to be yourselves, not someone else. Don't be like reading. For example, what you can do a couple of days before is maybe speak to a family member or your roommate, your friend, the mirror even, and just talk in English. Like let it out and say like who you are, what you like to do, what you do in your free time, what you think your skills are, what you think your areas to improve are. Um, like just don't even say it in order, just try and be yourself. And then when you have your interview, eventually you will feel a lot more confident because you already said it out loud. I know that sometimes we like go through our mind and be like, "Yeah, I'm going to say this and this and this." And then you try and say it out loud and you're like, what am I saying? So always make sure to say it out loud first and just prepare for the interview, but not like writing it down type of preparing, but just like have a couple of flashcards that you can review a couple of days before. Or, I mean, as I say, sometimes it's better to have your phone in English, for example, see your favorite TV show in English without subtitles or with subtitles but in English. Just like make sure to surround yourself with English. You guys, we also have Lounge, which is like a collaboration that we're doing on our website. They will help you out with your English, so make sure and go check that out. We also had a webinar if you guys want to go ahead and check that out as well with Dani. She was amazing. But yeah, that just came to mind because I was talking about how to be less nervous during your interview. Also I think this is probably the thing that I'm going to talk about the most, and that is very important when applying to a job, and it's to be very detail oriented. For example, read carefully each single step, read carefully what format your document has to be, what it has to have, what it cannot have. Also, detail oriented is also checking out, for example, our social media, our web pages, because that's where we give a lot of tips and we talk a lot about the application process and what you guys have to put out there, what you guys don't have to. So make sure to go check that out. And I think that's all. Morne, do you think honestly, I think that that covers a lot. I know it sounds easy, like be detail oriented, and you're like, yeah, I'm already detail oriented. But sometimes, I mean, we're humans. We can have like very small mistakes that maybe by reading carefully and going through everything carefully, we can avoid. So please, please, please take that into account. And yeah, you guys. make sure to send in your questions. We have a couple of minutes left so that we can answer them. Okay, so we have one on YouTube, which is Munashe. What are the main requirements for working from home? So you have to have an English level that's B2 to C1. You have to have a reliable internet connection, your own PC, for example, your headphones. These headphones, I mean, there's right now someone is mo mowing the lawn right beside below me. I'm not sure. I think you guys can't hear it because these have noise canceling. So if I didn't have this, you guys would hear someone mowing the lawn at the same time. That would be crazy. So, make sure to have some headphones. They don't have to be like a specific type of headphones. Just make sure that they have noise canceling. Also, all of our requirements are attached to the job description because it depends. For example, for marketing, we do ask for a marketing portfolio, so make sure to check that out. Read carefully every single requirement that you need, depending on the job that you're looking for, Munashe. And yeah, I hope that this answers your questions, your question. And I think you guys, we can go ahead and let Morne in. Morne, are you around? I know I can see you, but not everyone can see you at this moment.
Yeah, no, I'm here, Carol. This was super insightful. Thank you so much for explaining it to the audience as well. I think they found it extremely valuable. I would just like to give a quick shout out to Paul, who's currently streaming on YouTube. Paul is asking a lot of questions, and yeah, we greatly appreciate it. He is also stating gracias, Carolina, and baie dankie, Mornay. Yeah, baie dankie vir jou, Paul. Thank you so much. And yeah, to everyone else who asked their questions, guys, thank you so much. As we mentioned earlier, we love assisting you guys. We want you guys to work with us. And Carol also brought me back to memory lane when she talked earlier about her experience when she just started working with JobDoc. It definitely took me back. I'm currently working with JobDoc for 4 years now. And yeah, guys, the team is absolutely amazing. I mean, you can have all the skills and experience in the world, but if you don't have a team that backs you, it's either going to make or break you. That's just how it is. You need to work in a healthy environment to strive as an individual as well. And that's exactly how it is here at JobDoc. We are lifting each other up. We are here for one another. Carol also mentioned earlier that even though we are working virtually, we are friends. I told Caro and also my other team members as well, I would love to visit Mexico one day. Um, Whenever we have an opportunity, Caro tends to help me better understand Spanish. So I'm trying to learn Spanish as well because obviously once I get to Mexico, I would like to speak a bit of Spanish. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to Mexico not only to visit my colleagues, but to visit my friends. You know, that's how close we are here at JobDoc, and it's absolutely amazing, guys. If you are in a healthy work environment, it's absolutely everything. So, and that is what JobDoc offers, guys. It's a healthy environment. We have plenty of benefits. Remote work itself is amazing. It really changed my life. I mean, to be honest, I will never go back to the office. Remote work is stunning. But yeah, I can also see that our team members answered a lot of questions on YouTube, so I can't see any more questions coming from there. And I believe we covered most of the questions. So yeah, from my end, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. As always, it was a great pleasure to co-host with you as well, Carol. Super insightful session. And yeah, guys, we hope you apply. And if you do, we wish you the very best of luck. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us on social media, send us emails. You know, ask your questions during the open sessions, which is going to take place in 10 minutes from now. And yeah, we are always here for you guys. So yeah, Carol.
Thank you so much, Morne, for your kind words. You guys, as Morne said, we basically did cover a lot of questions to the team behind the scenes. Thank you so much for answering those questions. Huge shout out to Fit. She is great. She is amazing for taking the time to answer everyone's questions. She is honestly the best. And you guys, to before we leave, I will show you guys a quick weekly tea. So, well, not before we leave. I will leave you guys with a weekly tea. She is from Argentina. She is great. There are a ton of weekly teas that you guys can tune in to see. For example, if you're looking into applying to a specific job or if you're from a specific country and you want to see someone's point of view from your country, make sure to go look into those. And yeah, okay, so I believe. Okay, we have one question from Facebook before we leave. Sorry, you guys. It is from Lethu from Facebook. And do you have such sessions weekly? She's talking about the open sessions, you guys, which are in 9 minutes. I want to know more about remote work and job duck. I missed yesterday's webinar, but I'm hoping I'll catch it next Monday. We do have an open sessions and we have them weekly, so make sure to go check them out on our webpage. You guys can go ahead and look for those open sessions. And no worries. I mean, it happens to all of us. We have a busy schedule. You don't always have the opportunity to see them. So, yeah, keep calm, Lithu, and hello to you. So I will start sharing my screen, you guys, and I will see you guys the next Duck Live. It was super nice to talk to you guys and answer your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we appreciate you guys. And thank you, Morne, for being such an amazing co-host. And without further ado, here is a weekly tea, you guys. Tea today. We are super excited to have Maria from Argentina. How are you, Maria? Hi, everyone. Welcome to another weekly tea. Today, we are super excited to have Maria from Argentina. How are you, Maria? Doing well as well. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for asking how I'm doing. I mean, it's a long weekend for us, so I know that we are all super excited. So, Maria, can you tell us what your position is and what your day-to-day tasks are?
We don't have any audio at the moment, Carol. I don't know if it's just me.
I think it is because I am streaming from another screen and I can hear it. You guys send us a quick thumbs up if you can hear it. Also, team behind the scenes, if you guys can hear it, that would be amazing. Okay, I will turn up the volume because I believe that it's very, very low. So I will turn it up. Thank you so much, Morne, for the quick heads up. You guys, sorry. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another weekly tea. Today, we are super excited to have Maria from Argentina. How are you, Maria?